The Ring Fanatics Podcast, episode number 96. I am Nick, your host. With me, as always, is my co-host, Joel. Today, before we even get to the topic, before we get to the predictions, as always, if you're watching us on YouTube, give us a subscribe. Follow us on all of our platforms, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook. We're also streaming on Twitch, so go follow us on Twitch there. If you're watching us on Twitch, go subscribe to us on YouTube and the rest of our platforms. And give this video a like, thumbs up, a comment, whatever you do and can to support us. We're almost at 100 episodes, 4 away, so we can do something big for that. Keep an eye out for whenever we post an update for the 100th episode. Anyways, this Saturday is AEW Full Gear. We're about to do the predictions right now for you guys to hear, so we can know our thoughts on each match going down. So, now that's out of the way. The intro's out of the way.
Yes, sir.
So, Full Gear this Saturday night. It's pretty hyped so far. I think it's a great card.
I'm excited for this pay-per-view.
Me too.
I'm probably more excited than I was for All Out.
I was gonna say the same thing. This is I think since the last AEW pay-per-view I was 100% hyped for was Forbidden Door.
Yeah.
And then Full Gear AEW All Out was like, okay,
yeah.
I can.
Because the back-to-back with Double or Nothing and Forbidden Door, Double or Nothing and Forbidden Door was awesome.
Yeah.
All Out wasn't as much hype going into it, but when the pay-per-view was dope, of course.
Yeah, it was still dope.
This one's going in with hype.
But I think with All Out, I think they kind of had to like follow up with the hype that Forbidden Door and Double or Nothing had.
Yeah.
And it was not a bad pay-per-view. It wasn't a bad match card, but it was like compared to what we had seen with Double or Nothing and Forbidden Door. You know, I don't. You know what I mean? It's like it's not like
exactly.
Terrible.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
But I think they had time the past 3 months to kind of put together a better card for Full Gear.
And it's a card. Man.
It is a card. Yeah, it's a great card.
It looks. I feel like it has a lot of potential. A lot of potential.
Yeah. It does.
Yeah. I can't wait to get into this.
So, first match of the night on the card, we have a tag team match. If you would have asked me this 3 months ago after All Out that this tag team match was happening, I wouldn't believe you. Sting and Darby Allin versus Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett. What are your thoughts on this, man? I know we talked about it a couple episodes ago about when Jeff Jarrett debuted, but
yeah,
what are your thoughts on this match and how he's now wrestling in AEW, even though he has a backstage role as well?
I just want Jeff Jarrett versus Sting. Nah, fuck with you. That would be so dope. I was hype as fuck.
This world champion Jeff Jarrett.
The year of Jeff Jarrett, man. Beginning of the year, starting off in GCW, chilling, doing their pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Going to WWE, working with them. What was it for SummerSlam?
He was a special guest referee for SummerSlam.
Yeah, for SummerSlam, and then a few months later, he shows up in AEW, and now he's got backstage role. Jeff Jarrett's killing it right now.
Yeah.
I'm excited. We talked about a couple weeks ago. A lot of people weren't happy to see him. Fuck him, because this is dope. I'm hyped for this match.
Yeah.
I gotta give it to Lethal and Jarrett.
I was gonna say the same thing,
right?
But I was gonna say I kind of I kind of want Darby and Sting to get the win. I think I don't want to say their momentum has been gone. I think no matter what match or storyline they're put in, they're always killing it no matter what. They both of them can make others look well in the ring.
Yeah.
And I think with this match, you've seen it with their didn't they have like an 8-man brawl at like All Out or something that included like Andrade, Family Office, and them. Every match they've been in this season, all the pay-per-views, they've killed it in. So I know this is going to be a great match regardless.
Yeah.
No matter who the outcome is, I wouldn't mind either team. But I do think it would be cool if Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal got the win. Especially if you have a new signing, even though it's a backstage role, you would want him to win and be like, okay, Jeff Jarrett just beat Sting and Darby Allin in a tag match.
Exactly.
That's going to get people talking for a few, not like the biggest thing in the world, but like, you know.
Yeah. And it also opens up the fact that you can have a second match with Sting and Darby winning. That's it. The storyline's
and
done.
we forgot Ric Flair's last match that Jeff Jarrett was there.
Oh
He
yes, he
yeah,
was there.
yeah. He got that match, by the way. Yeah.
What a
He did everything.
what a
What
guy,
a year,
man. What
yeah.
a guy. But yeah, you gotta give it to Jarrett and Lethal. I think it gives you a chance to have a second match and not just a one-off. Because if
Yeah.
Sting and Darby win, the storyline makes no sense.
I
Not
mean,
no
yeah,
sense, but it's over.
yeah. So I agree with that. I think it has to do, like I think we may see like a Darby versus Jeff Jarrett on a Dynamite.
I need
Maybe you will see at Winter is
give
Coming
me
Sting versus Jeff
Sting
Jarrett.
and Jarrett.
That would be cool.
Yeah, you don't even gotta give me a lot. You can give me a
Yeah.
5 to 7 minute match, and I'll
Exactly.
be happy.
This like I said, this match is going to be like one of the entertaining ones. People are not going to expect it to happen because it's featuring two. Like I don't want to mention age, but like up there
Older
in
guys,
age.
older
Yeah,
guys.
older guys.
Yeah.
But they're still gonna kill it. If again, it's their decision to wrestle at their age. If they want to do it, they want to do it. If
They can still go.
yeah, they can still go, and
go.
it's gonna be entertaining. They're gonna put on a show. They're gonna do what they can to entertain the crowd. And the like I said before, like every pay per view that they've been on this year, which I'm pretty sure was every single one of them,
I
they've killed
believe
it.
so, yeah.
Sting and Darby Allin have killed it, and they've made moments out of everything they've had.
I think
Especially Sting.
Yeah.
Shout out to Sting.
I think the only one they weren't on was Double or Nothing. And Darby was on it. Sting wasn't.
Okay.
Darby had the match against, was it O'Reilly?
Yes, that was a single. Yes,
he had
that
a
was-
singles match. I forgot.
It was
who
a random singles match, but
yeah,
it was
I think it was against O'Reilly.
yeah. I remember that match. Yeah, it was. Then Forbidden Door, I think they had like a tag match or a 6-man tag. And then in All Out, it was like I said, like a multi-man brawl or something.
Yeah,
that led to like Sting.
Yeah,
and they made moments. Like I think that's what Sting is in for. I think he doesn't care about like what he does or who wins. It's just
he's at the point that his career's set. Like
like what is he doesn't have to prove anything. It's Sting,
yeah,
man.
he don't gotta prove shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like everybody's gonna look back on his career and be like, he was Sting. Nobody's gonna be like, oh yeah, but in the last years, he could barely move it. You know what I mean? It's kind of like the Undertaker. You know what I mean? Like people, at the end, was it the greatest? No, but he was still putting on matches and you wanted to see him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it seems like he's having a good time doing it too. It seems like he's having fun. Like
because if not, he wouldn't be doing this if he didn't want to. He doesn't need this.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like he's being forced to wrestle every time. And it's not like he's wrestling every week. I think the 4 pay-per-views are the only times he's wrestled.
Yeah, I think he does stuff like here and there, like on a Dynamite here and there.
Yeah, so
but
it's
nothing
not
crazy.
It's nothing crazy. So it's like it's fun.
Yeah,
and I think it's gonna be the same thing with Jeff Jarrett. We're not gonna see him every single time.
Nah, no shot.
And it's cool that he's partnered with this.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm loving the promos that he's cutting and like screaming at the talents behind the camera. Love it.
Yeah, and I like that he's partnered with them. I know they have the history. They go back, so it's like it makes sense. Did you, like I said before, if you would have asked me 3 months ago if Jeff Jarrett was going to be in AEW, I would have been like, nah, no shot. I didn't even know he was released from WWE, to be honest with you. I didn't know he left WWE. I thought he was still with them.
Nah, Triple H got rid of him.
Really? I didn't know that.
Gave the spot.
Obviously, I know that now, but like.
Yeah, his spot was given to Road Dogg, I believe. Gotta keep your friends close.
Yes, I remember now. Okay, that makes. I didn't know he took Jeff Jarrett's spot. That's what I didn't know. I thought I know he took someone's spot. But
it was Jarrett's. And also, time out. I know this is a side note, but just want to make a comment. Did you hear what he said about Bret Hart?
How he's better of an entertainer he is, dude. I'm like,
I love Road Dogg. I love your Road Dogg. I know you went through some stuff. I guess it affected you if you think Bret Hart's not a good worker. Like, I don't know what to tell you, bro. I was like, wow, you just really must hate the guy. You know what I mean?
Like, we thought that Bret Hart is like Bret Hart hating Goldberg. We thought that was bad. Now this,
exactly.
Come on.
No, but at least like Bret has a reason to hate Goldberg. You know what I mean? Like he has a reason. Road Dogg was just like out of nowhere. It was just like,
yeah.
And I think it's more that it could be a lot of reasons. It could be jealousy. It could be maybe they had beef back in the day. You never know. You know what I mean? But it's kind of like it sounded like pettiness. It's like me as a Met fan saying the Braves suck. We know the Braves are dope as hell. You know what I mean? Like it's like you're just saying shit just because you're mad, basically. But yeah, we'll That's all we're gonna say about that.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, but that was great. That was stupid. I
I
was
was
like,
like,
no way.
whoa, when I
Yeah,
read that.
yeah, but yeah, I think I got Jay Lethal and
Yeah,
Jeff Jarrett
me
this one.
too.
I think it's gonna be a great match. This is
I can't
underrated. I
wait.
think.
Oh,
I'm not saying it's match of the night, but it's definitely gonna be
oh
entertaining.
no, but it's gonna be you're gonna enjoy it.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. So next match on the card is the TBS Championship. We got Jade Cargill defending her title and streak against Nyla Rose. Um, am I the only one that likes this storyline?
I was gonna say that. I love this
I'm like,
story. I love
yeah,
this storyline.
I feel like people are shitting on it. And I'm like, I think it's kind of.
No,
I don't mean this in a negative way, but I think it's kind of hilarious what Nyla Rose is doing. I mean that in
it's,
a good way. Like
no, yeah,
it's getting me drawn into the match, and I'm like,
definitely.
and it's like I don't think I got Jade Cargill. I don't think she's
Oh, of
losing to Nyla.
course. I
Yeah,
don't think I.
I think we can kind
Yeah,
of know
I
that,
don't
but
think
it's
it's gonna
like,
be Nyla beating her, but
yeah, but I think
it's
it's
a
gonna
cool
be
storyline.
exactly. It's
It's
cool.
cool that they're doing something with her and not just throwing her against a random person that won the number one contenders match. They actually have a story going.
Yeah, they started with something and they're continuing with it, and I like it.
Yep.
It's pretty cool. And they've, like you said, it started with something. It's not like someone won a random number contender match, or they just started it last week.
Yeah, because they
Um,
do that a lot. Like, oh, they won number one contender, they're gonna fight Jade. And it's like they've never even crossed paths.
yeah,
Why are they all of a sudden they get a title fight? At least this, you have a story behind it, and it's actually a good story. I think I'm entertained by it.
yeah,
I'm
and I think
enjoying it.
they planted the seeds with this for a while. I'm not saying like it's like it was kind of like the obvious seeds. We've seen backstage segments with them
Yeah,
before. I think since All Out, since they've been planting this match up, and I kind of figured it happening
Vicky
towards the
really
end.
started it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Of course. She's.
Yeah,
I
because I
think.
think she showed up to Jade by herself, and then like as it continued, Nyla started showing up with her.
And it was with Marina Shafir too. It
Yeah,
was like it started with her, and then it shifted into Nyla along the line. But it's pretty entertaining. It's like I don't like I said, it's
yeah, it
funny, but in
is.
a good way. In a good way.
Like even on the poster, it says
Yeah,
TBS champ.
TBS champ. I like that. That's pretty cool. I
Like I
saw
like to
that
even put that.
when I was creating this. I'm like, I didn't even realize it said it till after. I'm like, I know she has the belt in the picture too,
And she has the
because
belt in the
she has
picture.
the
It's
belt. Yeah,
hilarious.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's funny. Yeah, and I enjoy this very much. And I don't see Jade Cargill losing
No,
this,
me
and
either.
especially anytime soon. I think she's close to 50. Or did she pass 50? I don't know her exact number. It was still in the 40s the
I don't.
last time I remember seeing the streak
I'm
thing.
not sure. I know she's still undefeated though.
Yeah,
I
and
couldn't give you a number though.
oh yeah, me neither. Wouldn't be able to tell you, but I think it's still cool. She's at least get to 50, then possibly planting the seeds of someone possibly beating her.
He's gonna lose it soon.
Yeah. I mean, all undefeated streaks come to an end. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't know how long this is gonna last. It would last forever, but I think she's got to lose it eventually. And it's got to be at some point where no one's expecting it to. I know people are gonna get mad that she lost it, like not like I don't mean like a roll up or like a distraction,
Yeah.
a clean pin at a random point that no one's expecting it to happen. I know you said you wanted Chris Statlander, so do I, but it's like I wouldn't
I
mind if it
still
was
think
like
that's the person that's gonna do it.
yeah, but it's like you could do Jamie Hayter. I know
Yeah,
she's
but
in
Jamie's in the other title picture. You know what
uh,
I mean? At least like if Statlander came back, she could come back next week. You know her and Jade still got beef.
yeah,
You know what I mean? They've had
yeah.
that long. They were supposed to fight at where was it?
I think it was supposed to be All Out or before that.
It was All Out, right? Because yeah,
Pretty-
because she got injured during the summer.
Yeah,
Because I was gonna say Double or Nothing, but I lied because she did that match with Ruby, the at Rampage before Double or Nothing, and that's when I was like, oh yeah, she was still there.
yeah.
That was
Yeah.
the one where they got booed out the building. Yeah, that was bad.
It was. I think I know
She
what you're talking
should
about now.
have
Yeah.
won that, but
I know. I mean, I know.
I think she's gonna be the one to dethrone Jade. I think it makes sense.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, I
But
do want that, but it's like
when is she back?
that's what I was gonna say.
You know what I
We don't
mean?
know how
Like,
long she's out for, and it's like if you're gonna keep if she's out for another, let's say after Double or Nothing, like if she's not
no,
cleared by
she's
Double or
gotta be
Nothing,
back. She's gotta be back by
I
Double
don't
or
know. I
Nothing.
mean, ACL tears.
You never know. Yeah, you
never know. Those could be out for a while. It's like I mean, again, we're not doctors, so we can't really.
No facts.
clear.
Yeah, I majored in communication.
Yeah, we're
I
doing a
can't tell you
podcast,
nothing.
allegedly. Yeah.
I can't tell you nothing.
So like I again, we don't know how long she's gonna be out for. If she comes back
Exactly.
soon, then yeah, okay, let's say put the strap on Chris Statlander immediately. But
Yeah.
if she's gone for a while, if she's gonna be out for much longer, then they could definitely find somebody else. I think my second option would be Jamie Hayter. And I know we'll talk about that later when the match comes around. But um, I think she should have turned heel. I mean, babyface eventually. Before.
Yeah.
That's what I think. That's my opinion. Uh, but I don't really see anybody else doing it. She pretty much ran through everyone else, right?
Nah, yeah, I feel you. Yeah.
Um, so again, I think Jamie
She's
Hayter's
doing
like the only.
she's doing the Roman. She's doing
Yeah,
the Roman right now.
and it's cool. I mean, she looks cool doing it too. It's
Yo,
glad
she's
she's doing it.
dope in the
She's
ring.
dope. Yeah,
Like,
she's gotten
yeah,
better. She's gotten better. Like honestly,
definitely.
I didn't like her in ring ability at first. Then she's gotten better. She's grown on me. She's gotten a lot better since
You didn't like her
in ring ability.
what was her debut?
It was
Was it her
Brandy Rhodes. Oh no no
that
no, it
was
wasn't
that
Brandy.
was the
No, it was
Shaq match, right?
yeah, the Shaq match. Yeah, it was I think because the thing is with that though, I think they focused too
I
much on Shaq.
forgot that happened.
Yeah. I mean, and then I was like, oh,
I
that
was like,
I think
yeah,
her
it
first pro-
was.
remember her first promo when Brandy was like, "Who told you it was open mic night, bitch?" Remember?
Oh, oh my god, thank God she's on TV. Thank God we don't
Ah,
see her on any wrestling.
I hope. Imagine she's up at the Rumble, like number 30.
Don't you fucking dare. Shut your mouth. Shut your dirty mouth, okay?
You're gonna leave
Don't
soon if I
you
see that shit.
dare.
Let me see a Brandy Roses fucking thing. I want to see a
Number,
reaction if that
number
happens.
25 in the women's Royal Rumble.
She had the last three in the match. She pulls a Cody Rhodes and like wins.
I mean,
But yeah, anyways, yeah,
that'd be
she's grown on
disgusting.
me. She's grown on me
Yeah.
a lot, and
As,
I do
yeah.
think I would say at least in 2023 she's got to lose it. There's no way I think she like I don't mean this in a negative way, but I don't think they can hold it on her much longer. If she's gonna run through everyone like twice, um, I wouldn't see it. Ruby's out too. Ruby was my second option, like my third option, but she's injured as well.
No,
Um,
to beat Jade?
I would have said
To
Big J. Yeah,
dethrone her?
she would have been a great pick for me, honestly. If they built up the match right, then yeah. If
I
they made it believable,
guess.
but
I guess, Nick.
those are my
I
three:
just,
Chris Statlander, Jamie Hayter, or Ruby Soho to dethrone her.
I
One
can
of
see
those
the first two. I don't really see Ruby, but like you said, if you make it believable, I guess I
Yeah,
could see it.
they could though. They could. They've done it
Yeah.
a lot in the past. Other people to make it believable.
I
With
mean, she beat Statlander.
yeah,
Terrible move. I'm still not over it. It's almost been a year.
I know. But yeah, I got Jade. Who you say
Yeah,
got
me
Jade
too.
too?
Yes,
Bet,
sir.
bet. So next match on the card that was announced this past Wednesday night on Dynamite, triple threat for the TNT Championship: Wardlow, Samoa Joe, Powerhouse Hobbs. You don't understand how hyped
Big meaty men. Big meaty men.
that enter that Big E gif right here. But
Bro.
dude, I'm telling you, like this is going to be the match that I'm like edging my seat on. I don't know why. I just think this feud was executed. This is like a dream match right here for me. You know, three big
Yeah.
guys like who feuding forever. Samoa Joe and Wardlow were the tag team, but like I felt like this, this heel turn that happened was coming for a while now. I kind of saw it from a mile away. I don't know about you,
No,
but
yeah, I was waiting
cool that
for
it happened. Cool that it happened. Did not expect him to be added to the match. I thought it would have been like after Full Gear for Final Battle, but I do got Powerhouse Hobbs winning this match. I'm gonna say that right now. I love Wardlow. Don't get me wrong. I love
Ooh.
Wardlow, but I do think that Powerhouse Hobbs deserves this. Not saying that
Ooh.
Wardlow deserves to lose or to not have the title anymore. I just think Powerhouse Hobbs has been killing it since day one, and I think that Wardlow versus Samoa Joe is going to continue for Final Battle for the Ring of Honor Television Championship. Because I feel like if they do have Wardlow win on Saturday, what I think they might do, which I kind of hope that they don't do this, is do title for title, like winner takes all. Don't want it to happen. I'd rather have them
Really?
for the Ring of Honor Television Championship only, unless they do that with just for the Ring of Honor Television Championship and don't put both of them on the line.
Yeah.
But I just don't want to see it. And I do also think, like I said before, Powerhouse Hobbs does deserve this. So kind of want to see him as champ already.
He
I got
does
Powerhouse.
deserve it. Nothing against that. He does deserve it. I don't know if they're gonna give it to him yet, though.
Really?
I think he's gonna have Wardlow beat. I have Wardlow win. Think he's gonna have Wardlow beat and Joe is gonna get in the way, right?
Yeah.
And Wardlow's gonna end up winning down the line. But we're always gonna go back to the fact that he had Wardlow beat. And he's gonna blame Joe, and then that's how we're gonna get Powerhouse Hobbs versus Samoa Joe at Final Battle for the belt, and he's gonna take the belt off of Joe.
Ooh. Okay.
They're gonna build him up
Okay.
in Ring of Honor because I think they're gonna announce the TV deal.
Yeah.
Then they're gonna build him up in Ring of Honor, eventually have him drop the title, and by the time he comes back to AEW, like in full storylines, I think he will be in the title picture.
The world title picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
I
didn't
think
think about that.
Wardlow will also be in the title picture.
I didn't think about that
And
because I thought it was
somewhere down the line, we will get that match for the title.
because I kind of had a similar mindset, but I thought like if Powerhouse Hobbs had the TNT championship, he'll defend it more. And I think Wardlow would have been a great fit for the the Ring of Honor television deal.
Yeah,
Not like
but
Powerhouse Hobbs isn't, but it's just I thought like if
yeah,
Wardlow
nah,
had
I
the
feel you.
television championship, it'll
But
be
I
cool.
think they're so in on Wardlow that you can't really take him away from the title.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And I'm
Yeah.
not mad at that because I like his matches. You know what I mean? He does
Yeah.
his thing, he does his power bombs. With them, it's gonna be different.
and
It's
and
really gonna show his skill,
yeah.
which I'm down with because I
only-
know this guy
yeah.
can go. Did
The
you
only
not see him jump
reason-
over that top rope? The
Yeah.
athleticism on this man.
The only
Can't
reason
wait for
why I
this match.
said like another reason why I said Wardlow versus Samoa Joe at Final Battle is because they have the storyline built from the beginning instead of Powerhouse Hobbs was recently put into this like storyline with each other, so it's kind of fresh and new.
Yeah.
And then like I said, this Wardlow and Samoa Joe storyline can continue. And yeah, like what you said is true. Like Powerhouse Hobbs could like
That's why I
start
said if he
feuding with
takes the
Samoa
title
Joe.
off of him, they could keep the storyline with Joe and
Yeah.
Wardlow on AEW. And it's kind of like because we don't really see Joe every week. We've been seeing him every week because they're tying him into this title picture.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But-
there's so many possibilities and so many type of storylines.
Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do with this.
But this is I do want to.
In my opinion, though, I think you keep the title on Wardlow.
Wardlow.
If you
Okay.
really want to like make him the guy,
Yeah,
you gotta keep the title on him a little longer.
yeah, that is true. But I don't know.
Maybe
my heart
not
just-
even that much longer,
like how much like
but a little longer.
maybe like the storyline down the line for after Full Gear is like maybe Samoa like, that happens what you said before. Samoa Joe costs Powerhouse the title. Then maybe Powerhouse Hobbs says, "Yo, I had him pinned. I almost had him beat." Then he gets like Winter is Coming, a rematch for the title. That's when we see like Samoa Joe. Maybe he tries to attack Powerhouse. He tries to attack Wardlow. Something fucks up, and then
Yeah.
Powerhouse Hobbs wins. And then that's when he wins it again, and that's when you have the story continue with Wardlow and Samoa Joe for Final Battle.
True.
But again, this I didn't even think about the other possibilities. I just thought like, oh, Powerhouse Hobbs is winning the title. Do think it would be dope if we had the TNT one. Even though the Ring of Honor would be dope too, the television title.
Yeah.
But I do think I would want to see him win the title now instead of waiting until Final Battle. That's just my opinion. I would want to see him hold it now. But I'm not mad at yours. I think that would also be cool to see that happen.
I just don't know, like taking Wardlow away from AEW.
Yeah, but it's
putting
yeah,
him with
I
the Ring of
understand
Honor
that,
belt,
but you're
you know
also
what I mean? I don't know how much that helps him.
Yeah, I think
You know what I mean?
I think with Wardlow's like his a lot
You
of
could
fans are
even do it
behind
the
him.
other way, like how I said, you put Hobbs there for a little bit, have him hold the belt, lose eventually, and then come back into the title picture, the world title picture.
Yeah, but I was thinking like because Wardlow has a bigger fan base, he's a babyface, you would want to follow him to Ring of Honor and watch that every week. You know what I mean? Because I think even with the storyline between them two, you would want to see that that would make you tune into Ring of Honor television. You know what I mean? Because for those who've never watched Ring of Honor like myself, I wasn't watching it a lot back then.
Yeah,
I would want to see that now because of them too, and I want to know the history between them two, and the history of Ring of Honor. So I think if you have Wardlow lose on Saturday and then eventually win the Ring of Honor Television Championship, people will be like, oh shoot, Wardlow won a title with Ring of Honor. Now it'll be the
Yeah.
same every week on television. Um, Again, but we don't know when in 2023 that television deal is coming around.
Yeah, who
Never really
knows?
specified it. So it could be like after Mania weekend. It could be after Supercard of Honor. We don't know.
Yeah,
But that's what I think. We gotta wait and see. See what
facts. I just this match is so up in the air.
it is.
Cause then even like you don't even gotta take him to Ring of Honor. Cause if Wardlow loses, you know where you throw him
Where?
to the main event scene.
Yeah.
Who is probably gonna win on Sunday, right? Look
That
at the
also makes sense.
history.
Yeah.
Look at the
Yeah.
history. But do you do that right away? You
I
know what I
wouldn't.
mean?
I
That's
I
why I
would
didn't think he was gonna lose. I was like, maybe you built him up more, and then you have like a moment where he loses, and that's the step over.
maybe
I don't know.
maybe
Maybe he
you
doesn't
do
get pinned. Maybe Hobbs pins Joe.
maybe yeah, that could also be a
Maybe Joe
possibility.
pins Hobbs.
But I was thinking like maybe what if you still have Wardlow lose on Saturday? Either one Powerhouse or Samoa Joe wins,
Yeah,
then you do start planting the seeds a little bit with MJF if he does win the World Heavyweight Championship. Doesn't have to be right away.
yeah.
That's why
I
you,
just
like I said, like you plant the seeds week in and week out. Like, oh, I'm coming for the World Championship, but there's also more people in the way. Like maybe
yeah,
the Samoa Joe feud comes back, it doesn't end right away. Maybe he, like I said, maybe at Final Battle, he wants to go for that belt and just collect belts. Maybe he just goes after, somebody, maybe
yo,
Powerhouse just by himself one on one.
bro. There's so many
Um,
possibilities.
there's so many storylines you can continue with Wardlow.
Because the
Then
first thing,
you could build it up with MJF along the way, and
yeah,
then you get that world title shot. So it doesn't have to be right away. I think you could wait for that MJF Wardlow one on
yeah.
one. That would be dope to
Cause,
see.
cause I'm like, smart fans, right? Trying to connect the dots,
Yeah,
seeing like, yo, they could do this after, they could do this after. Because the first thing I saw when I saw this match be made, I was like, Wardlow's gonna win it. They're gonna keep it on him. Boom. Keep building him. Hobbs is gonna go to Ring of Honor, but it does make sense if Hobbs wins the TNT title because there's people he can go against. You know what I mean? There's
yeah,
stories that haven't ended, like a certain person called Ricky Starks, who I think is gonna fight Ethan Page next Wednesday. I think
hmm
he's gonna end up winning the tournament. No, he's not. He's gonna end up going to the finals, lose to Ethan Page. He's gonna go to the TNT picture. Page is gonna go to the world title picture. Makes sense if Hobbs wins because him and Ricky Starks have that beef, and it
yeah,
makes sense for Ethan Page and MJF to go against each other because they also got that beef after they attacked him with the firm.
yeah.
It's just like there's so many
There's so
possibilities,
many things. Like
and I
yeah,
fuck with it so heavy because I don't know what the fuck is gonna happen. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like it's exciting.
yeah. It is. It is. I agree. I forgot that they never really ended the Ricky Starks and
Yeah,
Powerhouse.
they had the lights out match
Then they just
at
all
Grand
out.
Slam Rampage.
Yes, yes. I forgot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they had the first match at All Out, then they had the lights out match, and then after that, I don't think we've seen them together.
yeah. It was like it randomly ended. I'm like, okay, now we get to pick it back up again. You know what I mean? Like, what if
And
he just comes out
they
and be like,
both
"Yo,
went their separate
yeah,
ways. They both went to their different storylines, the tournament, the TNT title picture.
it's gonna
You know what I
resurface
mean?
full circle."
Yeah, it's gonna
Yeah,
resurface
and I think
somehow,
that'd be
some
cool.
way.
Yeah. What if
Uh,
something something's gonna happen. I can't
Could
think of it at
even
the
be
spot,
for
but
the
like,
Ring of Honor title. You never even know.
yeah, who knows? Maybe they're the two big. That's a big storyline to hype up Ring of Honor
Ring of Honor,
television.
yeah. Who
Yeah,
knows?
it's like people gonna be like, "Oh shoot, they never really actually ended their feud. Maybe we
Yeah.
can watch it on Ring of Honor television."
Oh man, there's
That
so
would be
many
that. There's
possibilities.
Yeah, I didn't even think about all that. I just thought
Yeah.
like, yo, Powerhouse needs to win this Wardlow versus Samoa Joe because
I
that made sense to
overthink
me.
shit, bro. That's the only
Yeah,
reason
we're always
why it
brainstorming.
happens. I mean, thinking crazy shit. Be
We're
like, yo,
booking
bro,
everything
it
on the
makes
spot. It's
sense.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
But
booking
like,
everything. I think.
but
Did
yeah,
someone see this from
I
AEW?
would think Wardlow though. Facts. Hire us, man.
Yeah, really, really. But yeah,
But yeah,
I still got Powerhouse for some reason. I'm
Powerhouse.
sticking
Okay,
with
I got
Powerhouse.
Wardlow.
But I
I'm
wouldn't be
not.
mad with Wardlow. I wouldn't
I
be mad at
wouldn't
Wardlow.
mind Hobbs, man. As
Yeah,
long as you make
exactly.
it make sense and
Yeah,
what happens after helps everybody, I'm cool with it.
yeah, yeah. As long as it doesn't hurt anybody, it doesn't
Yeah.
bury anybody, then
Yeah, I don't
I'm
think
fine.
this match could, because if you lose to
Yeah,
Hobbs, you lose to Joe, or you lose to Wardlow. It doesn't really do anything. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
So
Like,
yeah,
yeah,
that's
you
true.
take the L, you don't win the title, but does it hurt
Yeah,
him as a as a character? You know what I mean?
exactly, exactly. So next match on the card:
They're
Jungle
leading
Boy
men.
versus Luchasaurus steel cage match.
I like how they're trying to get away from Jungle Boy's name and then trying to call him Jack Perry now.
Yeah, I noticed that. Like, I know like JR always calls him that before they added the name to it. Then all of a
Yeah.
sudden I just started seeing it on his graphic. I'm like,
Yeah,
they're
it
calling him
makes
Jack
sense.
Perry.
Like, he's getting older.
Yeah.
You can't go around calling yourself Jungle Boy all the time.
And you're like
You know what I
25 years
mean?
old. Yeah.
It's kind of like how the Young Bucks. You know what I mean? The Young Bucks, are they really Young Bucks now? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean,
But
there's a
Jungle
reason they
Boy
call
is
Young Bucks.
worse than Young Bucks. Young Bucks uh
But
doesn't
that
really
could mean
hurt them,
anything.
but Jungle Boy, you know what I
Yeah.
mean, is like, you gotta get away from that. You're
Yeah.
not
I
gonna
think
start calling
eventually.
yourself Jungle Man. Just go by your name, Jack Perry.
Yeah,
Have you
Jungle
see he's
Man does sound weird, but yeah.
Yeah, and you see he's getting away from that character also. Like, if you see him with, like, he used to only cut promos with his attire on. Now he's in leather jackets, black shirts, and jeans. You know what I mean? Like, he's trying to get away from the Jungle Boy character, which I'm all for. All
Yeah.
for it. Because
The only thing that I don't want to happen, like I agree with that. Like I think that there are like slowly getting rid of the Jungle Boy character and just straight up calling him Jack Perry and that's it.
yeah.
But the only thing I don't want them to get rid of is his theme song because
Oh
every
yeah, yeah.
single time it comes out, everyone's singing, everyone's enjoying it. That's a
Yeah. Now
100% a
it'll
babyface theme song.
yeah.
But I remember there was one time where they tried to remix it, but they went with it for like 1 week and then they
And they
went back to the
stop.
original. Yeah. And then it's like I knew because it sounded different, but I'm like, then it went back to the original song because
Yeah.
I don't think they had copyright of it yet, and they
Oh,
bought
okay, okay,
copyright
got
because
you.
it's an actual song
Yeah,
out
it's
there
an
on
actual
Spotify.
song, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like it's not like one of the AEW custom ones, but it's an
Ex-
actual song. But then they
exactly.
eventually got copyright to it. I think that's what they're
Yeah, they
using it
bought
every week.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Which
then
is
yeah,
dope
which
as
is
hell.
cool. That they should keep, but I didn't start realizing it until now that he's
Yeah.
like going to like the wearing the leather jacket.
Yeah.
He's never in his attire.
I
So I
don't think
think
he's
he's
I
cutting
don't
more promo. He's cutting more promos now,
yeah.
which is cool.
Yeah, I
I've
like
noticed
it.
that,
Because he
and
could
it's
talk. I like it.
yeah, he can.
I don't think they're gonna get rid of the Jungle Boy name. I think he will be uh Jack Perry, the Jungle Boy. Like, it's gonna be his nickname now. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? Because before it was just he's Jungle Boy. At least, like, if it's a nickname, the Jungle Boy, you know what I mean? Jack, Jungle Boy, Perry, whatever, however they want to say it, it sounds better than just calling him Jungle Boy when the
yeah,
man has a beard growing in.
yeah. He
You know what I
did.
mean?
He
Like,
had a beard going at one point. I
yeah.
forgot about that. Yeah,
So I think it makes sense to get away from it and keep it as a nickname. Like, you still get it, you still could use it for merch. You can still, he is Jungle Boy, but his name is Jack Perry.
yeah. I agree with that.
After that tangent, who do you think is gonna win?
I got. Oh man, I want to say. I know he got pinned because Christian Cage was injured. It was like a very short match at All Out. And this is a tough one. I'm just thinking about like who needs this more, who needs the momentum off this match, really, because I think I like the way Luchasaurus has been built up over the last few months. But I also like the way Jungle Boy's been built up pretty good.
So what I think is gonna happen, they've been building them both. I like it. I like the way they're doing it with both of them. I think Christian's gonna help Luchasaurus win
Okay,
to prolong the storyline. Because we're gonna eventually get Jungle Boy and Christian. We just need
for a full
Christian
match.
healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And their next pay per view is not till February.
yeah, that's the thing. I think they can definitely,
So I think
but
they gotta prolong it. I think he's gonna help him. He's gonna cheat. Luchasaurus is gonna win. They'll have a rematch, and maybe Winter is coming, or in
yeah.
the New Year episode or whatever.
Mhm.
Maybe they do a rematch of the steel cage match,
Yeah.
and then in February or March, whenever that pay per view is, hopefully Christian's 100. You have that match finally happen, or now that it's because did they fight already? Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy, they fought already, right?
I think it was on a Dynamite, I believe, that they fought
And
once.
Luchasaurus won, right?
I believe so. I forgot
Okay.
how, but it was. This
Was
is
it like
like
a actual match though? I can't remember if
I
it
yeah
was.
me I don't know. I know they had because I remember seeing graphics for it, but I don't remember
Yeah,
what happened too. Um,
it might have been a match then. Because I was gonna say then you go into the next pay per view, 1-1, and then at Double or Nothing you could do Christian because by then you think he should be good.
I think this is a. I was just thinking about this literally just a few seconds ago. I think this is a great way to have everyone get behind Jungle Boy. Not like
Oh, one hundred
not
percent.
like everyone isn't right now. Everyone loves Jungle Boy. I think he's over
He
already. But I
but
think
he's
it's
lost a little momentum.
yeah. I think this is gonna get him more over because if he
He
lost to
hasn't been in
Christian, Cage,
front
like I
of a
said,
crowd.
yeah, he lost to Christian Cage at All Out. If he loses again at Full Gear this year to Luchasaurus, if he
Yeah.
loses again at Winter is Coming on the New Year's special, people are gonna be like, "Yo, go!" Like, it's the same momentum that the Acclaimed got. Like
No,
everyone's gonna
yeah.
randomly just cheer for him. He's gonna be the biggest baby face in the company. He's gonna that type of momentum heading into
Because that's
possibly his match against Christian Cage. Everyone's gonna be behind him once
yeah,
they start catching on. Like, oh, he's not winning a lot. He's got to start picking it up, and then once eventually he has that, maybe at Revolution, or at some point whenever this catches on, people are gonna start cheering for him. Everyone's gonna be behind him. It's gonna be like a big deal for him, and I think that's
yeah.
what they're probably going for with if that's what they're doing.
Because you could have him. You have him lose, right? Let's say you
Yeah,
have him lose at Full Gear. Have Christian cheat to help Luchasaurus, and then they beat him down at the end of the match.
yeah,
You could write him off of TV for like another month.
yeah.
But do you want to do that?
I think it'll be a great
I
pop,
think
but
it's fine because
yeah,
I think if you have him come back at Winter's Coming, which is only what 3 weeks after the pay
yeah,
per
it's not
view.
that far away. Yeah, it's not
Yeah,
that
so
far
you
away.
have him come back and then you have him hype up the New Year's episode um with a rematch, like calling them out for a
Yeah.
rematch. I think that's fine. I think that would be cool. I think you finally have him beat Luchasaurus there, and then it leads into him versus Christian. And maybe you get him versus Christian right away, or somehow Christian finds another person to block him for a little bit. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
to put it his way for a little bit.
Maybe like after the match on Saturday, someone helps Jungle Boy out. And basically, that kind of like gives a signal that that's going to be feuding. Person's going to be feuding with
Yeah,
Luchasaurus or Christian Cage,
exactly.
and then
Yeah.
kind of like you said, just like holds the spot down for a bit until
Because
Jungle
then
Boy
even if
comes
you
back.
do something like that, Revolution.
Yeah.
Because let's say that somebody comes out and helps Jungle Boy right
Yeah.
after he loses and gets attacked.
Yeah.
Um, then you have that match, Luchasaurus versus that person, as they're beating them down on Winter Coming. That's when Jungle Boy comes back, says, "Yo, the New Year's episode, you and me." Um, you hype that up. Then you have that match. Jungle Boy wins. Then at Revolution, you have a tag match, or in between the pay per view and the New Year's episode, a tag match with Jungle Boy and whoever versus Luchasaurus and Christian. You have that match happen, and then that sets up Jungle Boy and Christian.
What would be what I think is going to be like a great or a creative heel move is like what if that does happen where like Luchasaurus or Christian Cage beats down Jungle Boy, he does get off television for a little bit, and then maybe at some point when Jungle Boy's gone, or around the time he comes back, Christian Cage reveals that like his injury was fake. He takes off the cast, like, yo, I've been cleared this entire time.
Yeah,
Then Jungle Boy comes out and be like, yo, I knew that was happening. I was here. And then we can continue this feud. We can finally fight one on one. And they
yeah,
kind of set up the match for like the next week at Winter's Coming, New Year's Resolution show. Then I think that's how they set that up again. But I do think that would be a creative heel thing because we've always seen how Christian Cage is as a heel, is an amazing heel.
Christian's
He can
great.
get out your nerves. And I think that would be like a creative thing to be like, oh, I was just faking it the entire time for
Yeah,
him to get away from Jungle Boy. Um, so yeah, I think that would be a cool thing for him to do for as a heel to kind of set up this second match
nah, yeah, that would be
for.
dope.
But yeah, I kind of agree with you on this one. I do think Luchasaurus might win this one.
Yeah,
Um, Definitely gonna have some crazy spots in this steel cage match. Definitely gonna have some crazy spots.
yeah. With
That's what I'm
these two,
excited for. Or athletic. Jungle Boy, Luchasaurus, for example,
Luchasaurus, that
is
big ass dude. Yeah,
yeah, he do flips, cartwheels, kicks. Like Jesus Christ.
this is gonna be a good
I'm more
match.
intrigued on how he's gonna do. I'm like excited about it. I'm like, dude, what spots? I don't. this is like one of the matches like either one could win as long as the match is
Yeah,
entertaining and we get
e-
to you know
exactly.
it's pretty cool. When was the last steel cage match they had in AEW? Because I know the first one was the Wardlow and Cody Rhodes one. I don't think they've done one in a while, or have they?
The last
Besides
one,
besides blood and guts, like regular steel cage, like not blood and guts.
Wardlow
And was it Wardlow and
and
CM Punk?
Wardlow and Spears.
Yes, that was
That
for
was the
the
last
yeah,
one, right? Right before Double or Nothing. That MJF
I
was
believe so. Yeah.
the guest ref.
Yes. Yes. I forgot about that one. Yeah.
I
I
think
think
that
that
was
might
the
have been it.
I think that was the last one that they've had.
If someone can fact check that for us.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I think that was. I'm gonna look it up right now. AEW Steel Cages, I guess.
Steel cage matches. Be like steel cage.
Let's see. Let's look it up. Let's look it up. Um, they don't even got like a list of like steel cage matches.
They probably don't know.
That is a weird like stat to have. Like, yeah, these are all the steel cage matches that's happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't find nothing.
Yeah. I don't think they had one in a while. Then I don't know.
I think
But
it was. I think it was that. I think that was the last one that they've had.
yeah.
Um, I think
But
yeah.
this one could be exciting to watch. I think this is also an underrated match. The more we go on the card, the better the matches get for me. I don't know why, but
No,
yeah,
yeah.
this is gonna be a bit mad entertaining. But actually, I'm gonna go with Jungle Boy. I'm gonna root
You're
my
gonna go with
man.
Jungle Boy.
Yeah, I want to go with Jungle Boy winning this match.
Okay.
I think they could definitely find a way. Maybe they'll have, like you said, we said before, like maybe someone comes out afterwards. Maybe someone helps, Jungle Boy anyways. Maybe Christian Cage tries to get involved. Someone comes out and helps him, so that way it could be a fair fight. And
Yeah,
then again, maybe after the match, Luchasaurus just goes off, attacks him, writes him off for a few weeks. Then that person who comes out to help Jungle Boy continues the feud for them until he comes back.
that
They can
is true.
hold it off. There's
Yeah.
there's different ways, but I'm gonna go for my man Jungle Boy here. You got Luchasaurus, you
Okay.
said?
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with Luchasaurus.
Bet, bet. Next match, Ring of Honor World Championship Fatal 4-Way match.
Another
Bryan
match
Danielson,
that
the Ocho, Chris Jericho, Claudio Castagnoli, Sammy Guevara. I don't even remember how Sammy Guevara got added to this match, if I'm being honest. Here, I don't remember how he got in it. I know he's obviously
he
in
beat
Jay,
Brian.
and that gave him an opportunity.
Yeah, because Brian was the number one contender, I believe.
I didn't know that.
Couldn't tell
Yeah.
you. I just think he got in because he pinned Brian.
Okay, I didn't know. I didn't. I just think that was kind of random that they added Sammy Guevara in this. Like,
It's
I
just
know,
to
no offense to
add.
him, but like, I
No, yeah,
just
it's just he's the
added
one
him.
that I could see steal away with this match.
Ooh, I was gonna have Jericho retain.
I
I
think Jericho's retaining, but I could see friction build in
okay,
this match between them.
and this is like
Imagine that December in Final Battle, the main event is Jericho versus Sammy.
I got a different one we'll talk about in a little bit, but I kind of find it weird how it's just two Blackpool Combat Club members versus two JAS members.
Yeah,
I feel like most of this match is probably going to end up just being 2-on-2. Yeah, we're definitely probably going to see maybe Danielson may just go after Claudio for a little bit,
oh, they're
and
gonna
then
go at it.
yeah, but I think throughout most of the match, I would say we're probably going to end up seeing, um, you know, 2-on-2 mostly. Like maybe Claudio goes after Sammy, and then after Jericho, then same with you know
Yeah,
that type of thing. But I don't see it. Like I said, like definitely here and there we might see like Danielson, Claudio go head to head, butt heads for a little bit, and then same with Sammy and Jericho.
would love to see Sammy and Jericho
I mean, I don't.
go at it.
Yeah, that would be cool. But what I'm thinking might happen at the end of this match, how Jericho is going to retain it, is probably because of. I think that kind of similar to what we talked about with the Triple Threat TNT Championship match. I think Claudio or Danielson might hit um like Sammy with a finishing move that can definitely get them the win. Then Jericho comes out of nowhere that distracts him or hits Claudio or Danielson, then just pins Sammy to win it. Um,
Oh, okay.
so that way it's like
I had it a different way.
how would you say it?
I had Sammy having the win, like Sammy having either Claudio or Brian beat, about to go for a pin, and Jericho throws him out the ring and takes the pin 1, 2, 3, and
Ooh.
retains.
Or unless we see something to where like Sammy Guevara just lays down on the mat and just have Jericho pin him.
Like a poker dude, that'd be
Yeah.
dope. People would be so tight. People would be so pissed if that happened.
But I do think this isn't going to set up any. I do think that, like I said, Jericho. I think Jericho's going to retain it. But no matter how it went, like how he retains it, I do think he's going to set up for another match. And we talked about it, I think, off camera weeks ago, and I tweeted about it as well. I do think that Jericho is going to end up, and the reason why I said that Jericho might pin Sammy is because that's probably going to cause like Daniel Garcia to be like, "Oh, you pinned your own JAS member. Why did you do that?" And then it's probably gonna have him think like, "Oh, did I do I now regret joining JAS again? Should I have
Yeah,
gone with Danielson? Because now I don't trust Jericho. He pinned his own member. You know, he
yeah,
would
I
have
feel
pinned
you.
someone else. But then I think that's gonna eventually lead up to Danielson versus Garcia. No, Garcia versus Jericho at Final Battle. Um, I know you talked about it for Supercard of Honor during Mania Week, but I think it might happen as soon as Final Battle. Because
I've
the reason why I say that is because we've heard Jericho in the past say that like I want to erase everything from Ring of Honor history. He tried to go after the commentator. He tried to go after the ring announcer. He tried going after every former Ring of Honor world champion. Um, he wants to just get rid of it, and I think that's going to set up for the TV deal as well. One of the things that's a part of Ring of Honor history is something that Daniel Garcia has, is that's the pure championship.
mhm.
People are not going to expect this because they think he rejoined JAS. He's not going to be buddy buddy with Jericho again.
Yeah,
But I think that, and at some point, unexpectedly, going to turn on Daniel Garcia. People are going to be shocked. He's going to go after the pure championship. He's going to want to get rid of that title. Final battle, go title for title, winner take all. Jericho's mind, he's gonna say, "Oh, when I win both belts, I'm gonna throw away the pure championship, erase that from history." Danny Garcia, on the other hand, is gonna be like, "Oh, I want to win both championships. When I win both championships, I'm gonna defend them both separately, not together, separately, and become a fighting champion." I think that would be a great storyline to build for them.
yeah,
Especially talking about the future of the new Ring of Honor era. That'd be a great way to do it, in my opinion.
I can see that happening. I just,
People aren't going to expect it though,
I
because
think
it's
no, I
for them
feel you. I
rejoining.
feel you, but I just feel they should wait. I think they should build up Garcia a little more, get the fans behind him a little more. Um, I don't know. I think that's like a WrestleMania, a Supercard of Honor match.
That
I
is, that
feel
is.
like what you could have happen is Jericho wanting to get rid of the belt. So maybe he sends somebody to beat Garcia for him because he's like, you know what, I like you so much, I'm not gonna do it myself.
Like maybe Sammy Guevara takes it off of him, possibly.
Maybe that, maybe a Hager,
Ooh,
somebody that loses it as Supercard, but beats him before Supercard. And then that's how you get Jericho Garcia as
for the world
Supercard.
title.
Yeah, because I feel
Okay.
like giving one of them both belts, I feel like that's gonna be tough,
Yeah.
especially when they start TV, the first person's gonna have two belts. You know what I mean? Like it's
Because I was thinking of like maybe at the first episode, you have like a big celebration that, Danny Garcia beat Jericho.
yeah,
Everyone's saying how bad Chris Jericho is as a Ring of Honor World Champion. And it's like, I think that could be like a celebration for the first episode. Like, oh, Daniel Garcia now is both the world champion and pure champion. He
yeah,
beat Jericho for it. That's something we should celebrate. He saved Ring of Honor, kind of thing. Even though Tony
yeah,
Khan bought it, I guess people say that's the way to save it, but you know what I mean.
yeah,
Like he saved Jericho from making it worse than what it is, and that could be like a huge celebration and a great way to start the new thing, Ring of Honor. That would be like an interesting way to start it
yeah.
too. I don't know,
I can see that. Or
but
even you could even do like a trade in. I'll trade in my pure belt if you give me number one contender. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like maybe something like that.
Like I'll give
Maybe
like.
you don't even have him lose the pure title. He just gives it up.
Or you could just be like, "Oh, I'll give Sammy or Hager a shot for the title if you give me a shot." And if
Yeah,
something like that on the line, then it'd be like deal. At final battle, you get the world championship, and at Winter is Coming, you get the pure championship,
yeah,
or something like that. Um, then that's what happens, and we have Danny Garcia defeat Jericho, then Hager or Sammy defeat Garcia.
yeah.
One of the other is fine. I think that'd
Or
be
even
cool.
maybe he loses it to one of the maybe he loses it to Brian or Claudio, you know what I mean? Somebody from that group.
Yeah, yeah,
And then
that
maybe
is true.
that's where Jericho turns on him. Like, you lost it to them out of all people.
Yeah,
You lost your title to that group. You know what I mean? Like, maybe something like that. Maybe he kicks him out of JS.
yeah,
And that's where the rivalry really kicks off. Because right now they've just planted the seeds. They've never really, like, they haven't gone through with it yet.
yeah.
You know
I
what I
see.
mean?
Yeah,
Because they're still on. He's still with JS. He's still acting a little like shady with them, but he's with them.
yeah. That is true. That is true.
I don't know though, but I feel like Jericho's gonna retain.
Same here. I think Jericho. I wouldn't be mad if like Danielson and Claudio wins it. I would be. It would be a big surprise if Sammy
Nah,
won. I
I
would
would. If it's not Jericho, I'd rather Sammy.
rather Sammy. Okay.
I'd rather Sammy.
I'd rather Danielson and Claudio over Sammy. I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind Sammy. Don't get me wrong, but I'm saying like I would probably have it over like Claudio or Danielson over Sammy. Um.
Just feel like to give Claudio that belt again, right? What does it really do?
Yeah,
And with
that is true.
Brian, yeah,
Like, what does
he's
that
been
really
a
do?
champion
Also.
again. Yeah, like he was champion before. Cool. It's a cool nostalgia moment.
Yeah.
Kind of like when Cesaro won it. It was a cool nostalgia moment. But then after that, like his whole run with the title has been over. Jericho's run has overshadowed that.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
Jericho's run has been so much better. People hate it, but they're actually doing something.
Yeah.
Claudio will show up with the belt. It's like, oh yeah, you're the champ. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that is
Jericho's
true, yeah.
making sure like I am the Ring of Honor champ. You know what I mean? Like he's cutting promos every week with the title on. He's on. You know what I mean? Like wasn't like that way with Claudio.
That is true. I would
And
agree
then
with
he's
that.
doing random open challenge matches. You know what I mean? Like I like the way his run is going right now.
And they're all against former Ring of Honor World Champions. He's doing something with it. It's actually
Yeah,
pretty entertaining.
yeah.
Yeah. So I got Jericho.
I
got
say Jericho too.
Yeah. I wouldn't
say
be mad at that. Next match, trios belt. On the line. Death Triangle versus the returning the Elite. This I think that the Elite are gonna win this back.
Do you?
I think so. I know like people are gonna be like, oh, they don't deserve it because they had the whole backstage incident, blah blah blah. But like I think I'm not saying that Death Triangle was a placeholder for the Elite. I'm not saying that they were just holding it until they came back. But I just want to see the Elite have a run with it. That's the only reason why I'm saying it. I just want to see them have a run with the titles and see where they can go with it. Yeah, maybe they can have a full build up for, Winter is Coming at the rematch, whatever. But I feel like this is kind of like that's why they're winning it back. You know what I mean? Maybe Tony Khan wants to see how they'll do with it. Do they
Yeah.
think they deserve it back? Not really. I want to see Dead Triangle go further with it more. But I kind of feel like the situation is like, hey, took it away from you. Y'all were suspended. I hope y'all learned your lesson. Take it back. You know what I mean? Like just have it back. Okay, have your run. Um, see what you guys do with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you.
What were you? I know you were gonna say something. You had something on your mind.
If that triangle loses,
You're gonna riot.
the worst call of any match of the night, and you could even have Moxie, retain the belt, and I will still think the Elite winning is the worst call of the night. I feel Death Triangle should keep the belts, keep on running with them. Did the Elite win them? Yeah.
Yeah.
Did they strip them of it? Yeah. Now they come back and all of a sudden they have a number one contender match. Like not even the number one contender match. They are the number one contenders.
Yeah.
I feel if you just hand it to them, what the fuck was the suspension for?
That's why I feel like
That
this
shows
match is-
nothing. That shows nothing to the people in the back. That
That's
shows
why-
that you
that's
could get
why I
away
feel
with
like-
shit if you have a title.
That's
for
why
your
I feel like this
EVP.
match was made in the first place. Like, why would they go up against the Elite? They could have had a random match against any trio, and I think that would have been a pay-per-view match
No,
regardless.
because they got stripped of the titles. You need them to go for the titles,
I know, but like
but
I just
they don't
don't.
need to win. I
Yeah.
have Death Triangle winning.
Okay, I
If
wouldn't
you
be mad.
having Pac lose both his belts in a matter of a month, that's wild. One to Cassidy, and then the next to the Elite.
Yeah, yeah. That was. I
What?
forgot he had the Atlantic
I would
Championship
request
release.
my release
Yeah,
right there.
yeah.
I'm like, you kidding me? Unless it
Yeah.
was like from the jump, they told him, listen, this is just going down. We're gonna give you the titles just to hold them till they get back.
But yeah,
But
that's what
still,
I
I would
think.
be like, I would feel disrespected. They've been defending the belts every week they could. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Every week that they're able to defend them, they're defending them. And even though you know they're not gonna lose it, like last night, great match.
great
Shout out
match.
to
Yeah,
Top Flight for being back
my
together.
guys, my
Shout out
guys.
to AR Fox for being on AEW TV. There was a couple spots there that I was like, there's no shot they're gonna let that happen. That I actually thought they could lose the belts.
And this, what I
They're
like
putting
about
on
this too.
entertaining matches.
Yeah, and what I like about this match too is like it. I'm not saying that everyone they went up against previously was not competition, but I do think
Oh, you're
that
gonna say
no,
it.
no, I do think this is a
Say with your
great
chest.
matchup for them. I'm not
Yeah,
saying they weren't competition, but I'm saying that this elite match is a great competition for them
yeah,
because we already knew each title match they've had in the past. We knew they were going to win them. We knew
yeah.
they were going to retain. Well, this is a match that we see now. It's going to be competition. I just thought my first thought was that Elite were going to win it. That's
It
why I said
makes
that.
sense. It makes
But
sense.
yeah, but I do think that this does give them competition. It's now like 50-50 chance of them winning. And what I wouldn't be mad if they retained it. I'm not saying that I hate that
Yeah.
triangle.
No, yeah, yeah.
That was my first initial reaction was like, oh, they might be giving the elite back the
Yeah.
titles. That was just my first initial reaction. But
The
I
only
do
way I
think that's what
wouldn't be
happened.
mad with the elite winning is if they win a certain way.
Like they cheated in their heels or something.
Like if the
Brandon
House of
Cutler.
Black comes out and attacks Death Triangle and setting up for something in the future with them, I wouldn't be mad.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I
that
wouldn't
is
be
true.
mad at it because then they're also in the title picture. Makes sense for them to cost them the match. You know what I mean? You gotta make it make sense. You can't just have the elite come in and win clean over these guys that have been holding
Yeah.
your belts for 3 months and actually putting on entertaining matches every time they defend the belts.
And I can't
It's
wait.
kind of slap in the face to them if you
Yeah,
have them.
yeah.
You know
That
what I
is
mean?
true.
That's how I feel.
I just like I said, I think it brings and adds more to the division now that they're back.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
And
But
same thing with
you could do that with a loss.
same thing with House of Black. If when House of Black comes back, I think that adds more depth to the division because I feel like I said, like I'm not trying to disrespect all the AEW talents. I'm not talking negative about them. I just feel like now the trios division is now getting back up there,
Yeah.
and and one dream match, no, one dream match that I have for no matter who wins this trio match right here, even if it's the Elite or Death Triangle. I know AEW recently announced a lot of dates. I know they're going to be in the UK. They
London, baby.
yeah, London, and they announced dates here and there that are like I forgot. There's not so many that I forgot. I think one of them might be California, and I think correct me if I'm wrong if anyone listens to this, but one match, dream match that I want to see happen for the trios belts. Like I said, no matter who wins this title match right here, I want to see him defend it against SCU in California. Nothing. I don't know what
That would be
Scorpio
dope.
Sky is doing. Ben Kazarian, I think, is just about wrapped up with Impact. Daniels, I think he's wrestling in New Japan
New
Strong.
Japan strong.
So
Yeah, I
it's
was
like
just about to say that.
he's still. I know he technically retired, but it's like he can come back for a little bit and wrestle a trios match. You don't have to win it, but I
Yeah,
think it would be
facts.
cool if they had a match
I think he's still a
against the
backstage
Triangle
guy
or the
too.
Elite.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was that?
I said I think he's still a backstage guy in
Yeah, he's
AEW
still a
too.
backstage
So
guy. Yeah, he
it's
still do
not
something
like
backstage.
yeah, so it's not nothing. It's not out of question.
Yeah,
That would be dope though.
but it's just one match. He doesn't have to do it full time. Like just
Yeah,
one match,
facts.
come out and just lose, and then still be a great match.
Exactly.
But
So
yeah, that would be a dope match.
so you got the elite.
I mean, I wouldn't mind Death Triangle, but that was my first reaction. That's what I feel like might happen.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm
and
gonna go
that's
with that triangle.
okay. I
I
wouldn't be mad
love
at that either. There's a lot of these matches are like
yeah,
either person or team can win, and I'm like,
yeah, facts.
but my mind just went straight towards the elite. I do agree with you on what you said about that. Like I do think it's like a slap to the face, if the elite win it. But I feel like that's probably why they made him have this match was being made. I don't know why. I could be completely wrong. Like I said,
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's a fact or like I want it to happen. I just feel like I could be completely wrong. That
No,
I'm
yeah,
maybe thinking
facts.
like just overthinking this or something. I don't know, but I say they might give the elite this one. Um, yeah, and you got that triangle.
Yes,
Next
sir.
match, AEW World Tag Team Championships. The acclaimed. We got a virtual scissor again.
What was it this way, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Ah, there we
There
fucking
you go.
go.
There you go.
There we go,
But yeah, the
baby.
acclaimed versus Swerve in Our Glory 2. Second match, third match technically, 3. Because they did win it at Grand Slam. I got the acclaimed winning this. I got the acclaimed
God,
retaining.
you gotta give it to the acclaimed.
But I'm not saying that I have a but though. I have a
Uh-oh.
but. Although I want the acclaim to win, and I think they should win at Full Gear. You got to remember the first time when Swerve. I know you hate Swerve in Our Glory, but we got to remember the first time Swerve in Our Glory had won their tag belts. The build up to their match, I believe it was like a triple threat tag match when they won it. But during that build up, Keith Lee and Swerve were not butting heads during that. You got to remember during a battle royal once a few months back, Swerve eliminated Keith Lee. That caused a little bit of controversy. They weren't butting heads. People thought that one of them was going to turn the other. They ended up winning the tag belts, and kind of they had a run with the tag belts.
Yeah.
But then now it's like with this feud, it's kind of the same thing. I think the reason why they're doing this is because they might cause, no pun intended, they might swerve us and be like, oh, we got to get the belts back. You're thinking that they're going to turn heel, but they're not heel. They're going to win the titles. That's just what I think might happen. I want the acclaimed to win it and retain it, but I think they might swerve us on that. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
Man, I don't know why you brought that up.
But
That
it's like
makes
that.
sense
That's
too.
I don't know. I
Fuck.
mean, again,
I hope they don't. I hope they don't. I think the acclaim deserves
they
a
do
little
deserve it.
more
They
time with the
100% deserve it.
titles.
I do deserve it.
Man.
They're like not just with how over they are. The acclaimed are selling out merch like crazy. They're selling out merch. They have foam
People love them.
fingers. Yeah,
People
they have
love them.
foam fingers that in the shape of a scissor. They're People are bringing scissoring signs every single fucking week, and signs everything. They're talked about every week. They deserve
People
it.
are scissoring each other. People they don't even know in the
Exactly.
crowd.
Exactly. People are doing it in public, not at wrestling shows.
You
That's
know
how
what's crazy? I was gonna say that it's kind of like the new Too Sweet.
it is.
If you
It
see
is.
somebody with if you see somebody with a acclaim shirt on, you
Or an AEW shirt, you got to
yeah,
scissor them. Yeah, it's like
exactly.
yeah. We were there at Grand Slam. Everyone was scissoring each other before,
Yeah,
during, and after the match. Even at random points where they weren't out there, people were scissoring each
facts,
other.
bro.
It's
What?
crazy.
Sounds weird, but
Like yeah,
yes.
I know. Like if you're not, yeah, the way I said it, yeah.
If
But
you're
like
not, if you're not a wrestling fan, it sounds so crazy.
yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Like if you're not a wrestling fan watching this, you're gonna be like, what the fuck are they talking about? It's so X-rated.
Yo, when I
But
first started, my brother told me to scissor me once, and my mom looked at us like we were crazy.
like, why would you say that in front of your
He
family?
was like, "Scissor me, daddy ass," and we scissored, and she was like, "What? Like, what
What'd you
the
just
fuck is
say?
happening? Yeah, like what is happening?" I was like, "It's a thing.
It's
Relax.
television, mom. But you gotta worry about that. It's television.
It's television.
You got to be there, mom. Man, that people. It was funny because like I think they've said it on television too. Like imagine the kids at school being like, "Yo, scissor me." Teachers gonna be like, "What the fuck did you say?"
Exactly. It's kind of like the
Because
suck it.
yeah, the suck it thing and the two. Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's funny though. It's funny. What if like this is gonna be a wild prediction here? What if Billy Gunn turns on them and then joins Swerve and Lee? Right, that's too wild. That was
That's
like a
too
too far
wild.
fetched. Yeah, that's too wild, right?
I see Billy Gunn turning on them when they go up against the ass boys
Oh, that's a good one too.
or the guns, whatever they call themselves.
The Gun
But
Club
I
Ass
see
Boys.
that. I see that happening
I
and
didn't even
helping
think of
them
that.
win the titles.
I do want
I
to see. I low key want to see that feud get brought back for the titles this time. I think
Yeah.
that was an amazing feud that was put on television, but I do want to see that tag match for the
And I
titles.
think that's what they're going for
Yeah,
as they've slowly been interacting with each other. And I think after this, that's where they're going. That's why I think the Acclaimed is winning.
yeah, yeah. I do have the Acclaim
Plus,
too, but
Swerve and All Glory stop the shit. I hate the tag team shit.
I know. I
I don't
think
know why Swerve isn't like in the Ring of Honor television picture. I don't know why Keith Lee's not in that TNT title match or title picture. You know what I mean? Like big meaty men.
what if that could be also prediction too? What if like turns on Swerve, and then he becomes the heel, and then like
Would love it. Nah, he would even become the heel because Swerve's already the heel. So people would
it would make
if
sense to have double heel
like
in the same.
yeah, like if like let's say he left Swerve because Swerve tries to cheat or something, you gonna be like, yeah, I get it. Like he's been acting crazy lately. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? Like, yeah,
yeah,
he's been trying to cheat lately. I get it. I get why Keith Lee walked out.
yeah.
But I could see something like that happening.
I mean, something is gonna. I think this is. I don't want. Like, I don't. No pun intended, because Swerve's in it. But there's got to be some type of swerve in this match. Either Lee walks out on Swerve, or Swerve walks out on Lee.
Or Swerve walks out on Lee and Lee tries to tell him, like, yo, stop with the shit. Stop trying to cheat. We're gonna beat them fair and square. And then maybe he leaves Keith, just goes for a tag and drops to the floor and walks
Walks
out.
away. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Keith Lee gets his ass beat by the Acclaimed.
And then yeah.
Well, not his ass beat, but like he gets the finisher put on him because he's already down and out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, that is true.
But I got the Acclaim. Gotta
Yeah,
be the Acclaim.
the Acclaimed. That would also be a stupid thing, along with the Elite beating
Yeah,
that
they
triangle.
just got their title. They just got the titles. Like, give them some time to show us the potential. Like you already see the potential, and it's working.
I think the Acclaimed can put on, they can definitely put on great matches against underrated tag teams in the division. Like, yeah, we've seen Lucha Brothers, like besides the top tag teams, there are definitely like underrated tag teams that we could definitely see.
Also, yeah,
like put the Gun Club in a feud again. Put them against I don't know what they're called now, but the Varsity Blondes again. Top Flight. Put them against these other tag teams that we don't see on a weekly basis. Give them a feud, because the Acclaimed and the Gun Club, they started off on Dark, not just away from each other, but they had a feud started on Dark, made its way to television. Everyone loves the Acclaimed. That's why they had their own catchphrase. And I think there was the Acclaimed had a feud with the Varsity Blondes about a year ago on Dark. Never showcased, but it was a great feud. If they can showcase like every single tag team that's up and coming, for the tag division, that'd be amazing. That would be probably one of the smartest things that they would do.
Oh,
because they do have a young and up and coming tag team division. They got to showcase all the tag teams.
They have a stacked division. Yeah, they have a stacked division.
They do. They do, but they got to have the Acclaim showcase them by doing that, because they're like that. Like I said, they had a great feud of Varsity Blondes, and of course, no one talks about it because no one knew about it.
Yeah, nobody was watching.
Yeah, but if you do that on television,
recreate it. Yeah, not exactly the same way, but recreate the rivalry.
Yeah, there's so many tag teams in that division that deserve all the spotlight. And of course, not everyone can do it at the same time. But if you have a run where you have the Acclaim showcase, like have a month-long feud with the Guns again, or a 3-week feud with them again.
Yeah, you got a lot of young teams.
There's a lot of young teams.
Like you said, Top Flight, the Gun Club, Swerve Not Glory, Private Party. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot out there that you could do with, and then also the established ones like the Lucha Brothers, the Bucks. You know what I mean? I can see them doing matches with them too.
That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. But Private Party, they're so underrated, bro. They're on Private Party. You said that, I'm like, shit, I forgot about them. But I'm like,
they're doing the Matt Hardy thing right now.
Yeah, but it's like they gotta step away from that. They gotta go. They gotta fly, man. They gotta do their own thing.
I feel you.
Yeah, it's insane. But
I mean, they tried, and I guess it didn't work.
Yeah,
like without Hardy, so they put them back with him.
That's what I was thinking.
Hopefully, it works. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think.
But I think it was just they weren't doing nothing with that club, the Andrade club, because even Butcher and Blade, man, They are underrated as tag team.
But they have nothing to do with them. Like they don't know what to do with them. That's the thing. They don't know what to do with Butcher and Blade. That's the problem.
Yeah,
Not
they
saying that
are
it's a knock on them. They're great talent, but like I don't think they know
great.
what to do with them. Because
Yeah, they
what can
have.
he do with Butcher and the Blade? And the thing with with Hardy, Matt Hardy, and Private Party, it's like back when they were a team, they were heels. I think now a lot of people are once again behind Matt Hardy. Their baby faces go all in on them. Just throw
Exactly.
them out there, put them in the trios division, have them go against
Why
that
not?
triangle. That'll
Why
be
not?
crazy.
That'd be dope.
Put them in a long feud with them. It doesn't have to be a one match thing. Put them in a
Yeah,
full feud with them. That would be a crazy thing to do.
I'm
Um,
down with that. What?
yeah, yeah. Just been a little bit off topic, but yeah, I got the acclaimed winning the
I got that claim
belts.
too. Gotta be them.
Has to be. Has to be. I will fly to wherever I would drive actually to it's in the Prudential Center,
Oh
New
yeah,
Jersey.
it's in Jersey.
Yeah, I would fucking take a train all the way there,
They
knock on
got
Tony
yeah.
Khan's door, and be like, "Yo,
What they gotta win, bro.
yeah,
Everyone loves the acclaim. Come on.
exactly." Everyone loves the acclaimed. Next match on the card for the Interim Women's Championship: Jamie Hayter versus Tony Storm. Um, I think it's got to be Tony Storm, right? I think it has to be Tony retaining this. I think they're going for a Thunder Rosa Tony Storm again. Um, I know I said before I don't want Jamie Hayter to win this one because I want her to win a TBS championship. And I know you have something to say that face says otherwise. I know you got something to say about this. Go off. I'm going to take your spot.
I'm giving it to Jamie Hayter.
Ooh.
Go back to when we talked about it. Go back. I talked about how Tony Storm was gonna win the where was it? Was it at All Out?
Believe so. Yeah, that's when she was supposed to face Thunder Rosa.
Yeah, that they did the All Out match, and we are like, yeah, it's gonna be Tony Storm. But down the line, Jamie's gonna win it. We're down the line, bud. Because Jamie's gonna win it, and Jamie's gonna hold it for a while. For a while, like Thunder Rosa's gonna come back. She's gonna beat Thunder Rosa. Jamie Hayter's gonna hold it for a while.
Yeah.
So long that we're gonna get Hayter versus Baker.
That should be all out. A match for all out next year.
Yep.
Is Hayter versus Baker for
And
the
what's even
women's champ.
crazier is it's gonna be a babyface Brett.
Oh. Okay, I thought you were gonna say babyface Jamie.
No.
Wow.
I think she's gonna go. It's gonna get to her head. I beat Tony. You couldn't. I beat Thunder. You did
couldn't,
once, but like when it counted, you couldn't.
Yeah. Wow.
I think that's the way to go. I think Jamie's gonna win it, and I think down the line, maybe Thunder takes it off of her the second time, but I think she beats her the first time. But I would go with her versus Baker in the future.
Damn, I didn't even think about that.
But as the months go on, you keep everybody in the title picture.
Like you have her go up against Tony Storm again.
Like even at one show, you could have a fatal 4-way.
Ooh, that would be cool.
Or maybe even 5-way. So
you're putting ideas in my head.
Depending on so is it Saraya? Saraya. They keep.
I don't know. I thought it. She said.
Jim Ross said one. Renee says another. You know what? Fuck it. Paige. You throw Paige in there. Maybe make it a 5-way one pay-per-view. You know what I mean? Who knows?
Yeah.
Fuck it. But I think at the end it should be Hayter Baker title match. I think that'd be dope as hell.
I think that should be the co-main event of next year's All Out. I think that should be right at the very end.
Who knows if I'm right about the babyface Britt? Maybe you keep Jamie babyface and have her.
But I think when you said before making Britt the babyface, if Jamie
makes
Hayter,
sense.
Yeah, and I think it'll be a great turn of events.
Yeah,
like no one's like she was babyface in the beginning. That didn't work for her. She turned heel, amazing heel. But I think people still do the DMD stuff all the time. That sounds like a babyface thing to me.
Yeah.
So
Britt's over. Yeah. Britt's over. She's over. That's why they took the title from her. She didn't need it anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I think she's improved so much in all aspects. Britt Baker has improved
Oh,
a lot in all
100%.
aspects that she could be a babyface again. I think she could cut a great babyface promo if she had the same mindset. I believe
Yeah.
that someone, I forgot who, but I think she said in an interview once that someone gave her a pep talk to go out. I think it was Adam Cole that gave her like a pep talk before turning heel, and she did a great job with it. I think she's had the same mindset. Maybe have Adam Cole give her advice, even though he's been mostly a heel. Go out there and just do what you can do as a babyface. If she made the heel work, she could definitely find a way to turn that around with the babyface.
1000%. 1000%.
But yeah, I
I
got
think
Tony.
that would be so dope. I think that, like I said, I didn't think Tony was gonna hold it. I didn't think so, and I think when Thunder Rosa comes back, right,
Yeah,
Hayter's gonna beat her. Then they're gonna have Tony Storm versus Rosa for #1 contender, and that's how we'll finally get that match, but not for a title.
what do you
And
mean?
then, like, we'll get Tony Storm versus Thunder Rosa. Like, we'll finally
Okay,
get the
yeah,
one-on-one match, but it'll
yeah,
be for a #1 contender instead of for the title.
yeah, yeah.
Then
That is true.
we'll down the line we'll get the Fatal 4-Way, Fatal 5-Way, whatever you want to do, and then to close it out, Britt versus Hayter.
Yeah. Damn.
I think that's the way to go.
I never thought of like Britt Baker being a babyface. So I never really thought about like that in the future. Because I always thought that everyone would go and be behind Jamie Hayter first,
Yeah,
over
and
Britt
you don't
Baker.
even gotta make a full blown baby face. Maybe you just make Hayter a full blown heel, and then Britt's like a kind of like a tweener, kind of like what MJF is right now. You either hate him or you love him.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah, that is true. I mean, I don't know. Damn, actually, like you're giving me a lot of great
I
ideas in this
got
episode. I'm not,
Jamie, baby.
but I still got Tony. I
You gonna
still
go
got
Tony?
Tony because
I'm
I
not mad
do.
at it.
I'm thinking,
I can
man,
see it happening.
also because of the Thunder Rosa thing, and it's like I think they want to wait for
Yeah,
that match to happen first. I'm not saying that Jamie Hayter could go for the TBS championship. Yes, I did say that, but she could definitely get a rematch for the world championship at some point in the future. She doesn't have to win it now.
yeah,
Maybe Thunder Rosa wins it, and then Jamie Hayter gets a match at Revolution again.
exactly.
Like she
Yeah,
happens to like this time she pins Britt Baker to win the world contendership, and then she goes on. And that's how you plant the seeds
maybe
for that
winter is
match.
coming.
Oh yeah, yeah,
A
and
#1
that's how you
contender
plant the
match.
seeds with Jamie Hayter and Britt Baker.
I can see that.
And then yeah, and then that happens. But I don't know. I don't think I love Jamie, but I don't think she could win the world championship now. Her time will come. Yeah, I'm not saying she's not ever going to be women's world champion, but I think eventually she will.
I,
Um,
I think she could, man. I think it
I
would
mean,
be
it's the
such a
interim.
surprise and be like, whoa, like nobody saw that
Yeah,
coming. That it would surprise people.
it's
And
you
she's
got to be a
getting,
hater. You got to be a hater.
yeah, yo,
Got to
she's
be.
getting doper in the ring. Like,
She is. She is. But yeah, I would. I got Tony. I think Tony's gonna win it.
Jamie. Here we go.
Now we got to go to the other women's match, the last women's match of the night. Britt Baker versus the return of Soraya in the ring. Um, I think they're going to give to Soraya for this one. Might as well, right?
Yeah,
It's her first match back. Just
I
give her the
think
win.
so. I
Yeah.
think so. I don't know.
But you don't think she's going to get the win back on her
I
first
think
match?
I don't think so. I think maybe Britt cheats.
And then it continues the feud maybe a
Yeah,
little bit longer.
yeah. Because
Okay.
again, it's one of those she beats her. That's it. What's she gonna do now? Who she got feud with?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's like
It just ends there if she
you
wins, right?
want to
Yeah.
prolong this as much as you can.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. I mean, yeah, I'm just saying because maybe what if like Paige is Soraya is the one that cheats to win, right?
Ooh,
I'm not saying she turns heel. I'm not saying she turns heel. I'm just saying like what if like during the match it's her first match back in like 4 years, and no she's young, but it's like what if she has a little bit of ring rust? She goes like, oh, I can't keep up with Britt. Like I haven't wrestled in 4 years. Look at that. This Britt Baker's been wrestling for many years at this point. She has a lot of probably the same
yo,
amount of experience as me.
yes. Also, shout out to Britt's promo last night.
Oh yeah, Britt's promo. Oh, that
That
was
was
amazing
dope.
promo.
That was
I
dope.
that sold me on this match. And like, what if Paige can't keep up in the same ring because she hasn't wrestled in so long, where she has to cheat to win if she wants to win.
Yeah,
But she doesn't turn heel. It's not like a heel move. It's not like she like she does something to turn heel. Um, where like maybe you have like Britt Baker bring out Jamie and Rebel, making us think that she might cheat, and then like Paige just ends up cheating anyways. Because what if like Jamie Hayter accidentally distracts Britt Baker and then she does a roll up or a finisher to win? Whereas like, oh, now your
Yeah,
girl just helped me win. Like I didn't do anything. Your girl did it. Like she did it.
yeah,
Not me.
I can see
No.
that. Yeah,
So it's like now you have that feud continuing. Like no, like
that is true. Yeah,
next time I don't want them ringside. I just want them backstage, me and you one on one. Nobody around, and then maybe that's when you have them get
yeah,
rematch,
I I can see that.
and then you have Paige like Soraya win cleanly this time around.
True, I can see that happening.
Yeah,
I'm
that's what I
I'm
probably
gonna
think.
still I'm gonna still go with Brett though. I'm gonna still go with Brett.
Do you think she cheats to win? Like, is that how it?
Gotta be.
Yeah.
She's a heel. Nah,
Yeah.
I would have her cheat because then you could also prolong it and be like, you didn't even beat me clean.
Yeah, that is true. Either way, I think that's probably the match that you have a distraction finish
Yeah,
to win it, and that probably makes sense too. Because again, like I thought it would have been like a tag team match or a trios match for Paige's return, kind of, and she does have a
to
little bit
kind
of
of
ring
like
rust.
keep her. Yeah, like
The match could
don't
continue, but again,
notice it.
I'm
Like
not
don't notice
denying.
it.
Yeah, I'm not denying that she's gonna do. I'm not saying she's gonna do terrible, but it's like I think we don't know how she's gonna do. You know,
Yeah.
she could do really, really well in the ring for the first time in 4 years. But I'm not sure she's good terrible either. But I think
Has
it
it
would have been
been
safe.
4 years?
2018 is when she retired.
Holy
Because
shit.
it was when it was in New Orleans, WrestleMania that year.
Yeah. Wow.
So 4 years. That's crazy.
God damn.
And
Yeah.
you want to know what the crazier part is? I believe Soraya is still in her 20s. I believe she's not even 30
Yeah.
yet.
I, is she?
Let me check her age because how do you spell Soraya? Soraya, she is exactly 30. I was wrong.
Yeah.
She's exactly
Just
30.
turned 30.
Yeah. So
She's
um
young.
yeah, she retired at 26.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Like you're almost 26. Imagine you retiring from John. You have to leave the ring.
Haven't done shit. Imagine you
Yeah.
Yo, that's crazy. I forgot she was still that young.
Yeah. And
Wow.
she 4 years out of her career. Accidents happen. It's wrestling, but
So I mean she was
glad
called
she's back.
up when she was probably like 21,
She
right?
was like 20. Yeah, she was
20,
20.
21.
If I do the math correctly, she's 30. That was 2014. 8 years ago, she was 22. She got called up.
Nick, what am I doing with my life?
Yeah, she was.
How did this podcast turn?
Yeah, Paige was
That's
22.
wild.
Well, we're older than her when she won the woman Davis championship, and
Wow, yes.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah. She was 22.
And we
We
here
were
just
still in
talk
college. We had just
shit.
graduated college.
Just here talking
Yeah.
shit.
She was in WrestleMania the year after too. That's crazy.
Wow,
Uh,
yeah. That's crazy.
Damn, that's crazy.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
Shout out to Soraya.
Soraya. Yeah, her Paige. I'm gonna
Yeah,
play it
shout out
safe
to
because I don't know how to say it.
Paige. Yeah. Yo, because I don't know if it was last week or yesterday, but like commentary said one thing and then somebody else said another, and I was like, wait, which one is it?
Yeah, yeah,
We're just gonna go with Paige, but
yeah. I got Paige winning.
I got Britt.
Bet.
D
Now,
M D.
main event time. Moxley versus AMJF for the World Championship. Who do you got winning this match?
It's his time.
Yeah,
It's his time.
it is.
It's crazy to say, but it's his time. You gotta give it to MJF.
I 100% agree.
You got to. This is gonna be so crazy. This match. Promos building up to it, amazing on both ends. Can't take nothing away from Moxley though.
Yeah.
Moxley, yo. So did you see the clip that MJF did after Dynamite last night?
Yeah, when he addressed the crowd after Dynamite, yeah.
Yeah. Showing love to Tony and stuff.
Yeah.
And he was like, yo, I'm carrying this company on my back. To a degree. because Moxley's been holding this shit for
Yeah,
4 years now. 3 years. I think it's 4 years, right? I mean,
2019, so almost 4 years, probably.
almost four
Yeah,
years.
almost 4 years.
He's had this shit on his back. It's about time somebody else is helping him.
Yeah,
And MJF has been helping him.
and
I think
I,
this
I
is
think I think yeah, I agree with you. I think it's time that he has a similar run to Moxley, where he does like for the next year, a couple of years, he holds AEW down. Like every single feud, it's about like and not every single feud, but majority of AEW is gonna be talked about revolving around MJF.
uh-huh.
He's gonna put on banger of matches. He's gonna put on storylines that are gonna be talked about. He's gonna create moments, and I think he's the guy. He's been the guy, but I think it took was all this stuff, that happened over the summer. I don't want to say to finally realize it, but to like eventually have Tony be like, okay, I see where you're frustrated. Now let's officially do it. I think we could work a way around it. We could definitely build a storyline around it.
Yeah.
Definitely put the backpack on you right now and just just go off with it.
God, yeah,
And
you have
I
to.
think it's the best and the best opponent to do it with. You have Moxley.
You have the vet putting over the new
Yeah,
face.
and the thing is too is like we talked about it before. We consider him as like a tweener. You can look at him as a full on heel, full on baby face. It's literally either one of those three. But I do think the way that he's going to win the match is not going to be clean though. I think that he's going to have the help of the firm. Yeah,
Ooh.
the firm may have turned on him, but I think this is all a plan. I think that they're making us think that they hate each other so that way they can come out and help MJF win to have the fans be like, oh, this guy, of course, he was bullshitting us the entire time. But the first time this happened with MJF, he always tricks us last minute because that's what he does well at
Yeah.
is fooling the crowd as a heel. And I think um, we talked about it before. I know the final for the tournament isn't happening at Full Gear. It's happening on Dynamite next week. But what if like Ethan Page wins the tournament and he doesn't even have a match against MJF? He just straight up goes into the ring like, "Hey, just pin me. Don't even like you're good. Just pin me." Pin him
That,
1, 2, 3 in his first title defense. Doesn't have a match.
wow.
All it took was 3 seconds.
That's a good one though.
So it's like I
Yeah.
think that might be the case, right?
That'll get people to hate him.
That would be.
That'll get people.
And this build up, people are behind him, right? People are going to be like, yes, I support MJF. I want him to win. He got us saying this right now. Like we're saying that we want him to win because it's time. But I'm not wrong. I'm not against it. I do think it's his time. Yes, but
Yeah.
I think that it's going to eventually switch and he's going to be like a full time heel. Like I just tricked all your asses. Now, I just tricked Tony Khan. He made me the world champion because y'all wanted me to. Now I'm world champion.
I have a
Now what?
theory on getting him booed.
What?
Having him win with the brass knucks to knock out Moxley.
You know what'd be even crazier?
Because you gotta have Regal turn on Moxley and join MJF.
That's what I was gonna fucking tell you. Read my mind. William Regal's definitely. I feel like that's definitely gonna happen.
I feel it's a possibility. I don't know if it will happen, but I feel like it's a possibility because now that opens it up. Like I don't really think MJF needs him, but it adds to him. Then it also opens up the floodgates for potential matches with Claudio, Huda, Brian, because then he's gonna leave the combat club.
Yeah. I think that
it's a possibility. I
Yeah.
don't know for sure, but it's a possibility,
I think that like
and it could work.
What if like during the match instead of Regal giving Moxley the brass knuckles because he can't defeat MJF, it looks like he's about to give the brass knuckles to Moxley, and he just throws it over to MJF. He distracts the ref. MJF just knocks him out. He wins it. Now we get the pairing of William Regal and MJF. And maybe what I said about the firm doesn't happen. Like, what if like the firm is still beef with him? Maybe his first title defense is against Ethan Page. Do have a full-on match. I think that'll be cool, and definitely a swerve if Regal turned on Moxley and joins MJF.
It would be crazy.
That would be crazy.
I think it will give him a lot of more boos because people would hate to see Ring return.
And like I said, I do think that something's gonna happen at Full Gear to make people think, "Damn, we really thought we were behind MJF. Now we're just full on booing again." I think something like that's gonna happen along the line of at Full Gear. I don't know what it is exactly. It could be the firm helping him. It could be William Regal helping him.
Yeah,
Somebody else helping him. We don't know, but I feel like something's gonna happen at MJF.
possibilities.
Yeah,
The possibilities.
something MJF is gonna do something to make us full on hate him again. And be like, "Damn, I regret going behind him from when he
Yeah.
came back." And that's insane.
Yo, it's gonna be wild, bro.
What
It's
are
gonna be
your
wild.
yeah? So who do
I
you guys
would,
hit?
but
MJF?
it has to be MJF.
Yeah, it has to be MJF.
No, not shitting on Moxley. But this is just MJF's time.
Yeah,
Unless you're gonna yank it from him and do the I was this close.
again, yeah. I feel like it's always been like that with MJF, though. If you think about it, it's always like he's always close to winning a title of some sort.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. But I do think it's his time. I do think that one of those matches that like if he doesn't win, that's a terrible booking decision. And it kind of has to happen at this point.
Not terrible, but it
It's
would
like
be
it's not
be questioned.
yeah,
It's
it'd be
questionable.
because
It's a
you had all
questionable
this build up to be like, oh, okay, but what was the point of even bringing him back now? What was like? It's definitely questionable though. I do agree on that. Do agree on the questionable part.
I could see him losing though.
Would people be happy about it? Probably not.
Who
You know,
knows?
yeah, I don't know.
Maybe you have Moxley. Maybe you have Moxley cheat to win.
Ooh,
Oh, maybe that happens.
maybe
There's
William
a lot
Regal.
of possibilities.
Maybe William Regal just causes MJF to match. It's like, you know what? I don't like you. Let me just use the brass knuckles, knocks him out in the ring, then without the ref looking, and then Moxley pins. You win.
Maybe he throws
So it's
Moxley.
not. So it's not like Moxley did anything. Moxley didn't cheat. He didn't tell him to do that.
Nah,
William
you
Regal just
have
did
Moxley cheat.
it. Yeah, but like
You
Moxley
throw
didn't do anything.
him. You throw him the knucks, the brass knuckles, and he hits MJF with them, and gets the pin 1, 2, 3. Then now you kind of have a WrestleMania 17 moment where you switch at the end.
Yeah.
Where Stone Cold came in the babyface and left the heel.
Yeah.
And maybe you wait for MJF.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a lot, like I said, this card has a lot of potential and a lot of possibilities. Because guess what? If that was to happen, wouldn't be against it. I would be like, you know what? You got me. Where is this going?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I think it's MJF's time. But if something like that was to happen, I would at least give it a shot and be like, all right.
I would be like, let's wait to see what they do afterwards. If it's like
exactly,
if they don't really follow up that well with it, I would be like, okay, then what was the point? But if they actually build it up well to be like, okay, obviously they're gonna have one more match together, then I wouldn't mind. Then eventually maybe just wanted to have Moxley hold it a little bit longer. Maybe Winter is coming, MJF enters himself to the match somehow, or makes it a triple threat, and then he beats Page to win it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or somebody, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
But you're right. You're right though, because I do think this entire match card, there was a lot. If you go back and listen to everything that I just said, there's a lot of matches on this card that many things can lead to anything. Like I don't know who's gonna win a certain match. I did choose my prediction, yes, but
yeah,
I do think that
it's who we want to win.
Yeah, we want to win.
Difference of who we think is gonna win.
It's just a personal opinion, but again, like I do think that like along the lines, there's so many different storylines that can happen based on certain outcomes. Like we said with the triple threat, Wardlow could win, and then this and this and this can happen. If Powerhouse Hobbs wins, this and that can happen. If Samoa Joe wins, it's so many possibilities with every single one of these matches. That's insane. But with this one, MJF, Moxley, I got MJF. That's my final pick with this one.
I got MJF too. You know what's crazy? This match, like right now, we're looking at it as just a Full Gear match.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like a regular pay-per-view main event. In a couple of years, this is going to be like in my opinion, I think we're going to look back at it, and this is going to be like a really important night for AEW.
Yeah. it might be that night to be like, okay, this is like a game changer for them. Not
This
like a game. Not
is
a. I think that's the wrong word to use, but like something like like you said,
the
just look back.
new era.
Yeah. Okay. Like this is the night that started the new. Yeah. I think that's where I was gonna go. Like this is the night where
This
people are
is
gonna remember.
where the vets get out of the title picture, and we get all the new blood in,
Yeah.
and we got the MJS versus Ethan Pages versus Ricky Starks
Yeah.
versus Darby's versus
Powerhouse.
Sammy's, Powerhouse,
And
Wardlow.
you
You know
know,
what I mean? This is. I think this might be the switch.
and this the way the best way to put this night is like you've been to wrestling shows. You know where wrestling shows they sell those shirts where it's like, I was here during
I was
this night.
there. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that I think this would be one of those nights to be like you would want that shirt that night.
Yeah. Yeah.
To where you
It
would want
doesn't
to buy
seem
that I
like
was
it
there shirt.
now. It doesn't seem like it now, but this is gonna be a very important. Like just looking at this graphic, I'm
Yeah.
like, yo, this is important.
Yeah. So if you're listening to this and you're actually going to Full Gear on Saturday, buy one of those shirts, and you're
Facts.
probably gonna thank us. Be like, damn,
Hell
I watched
yeah.
the Ring Fanatics and I listened. Thank you guys. But
Yeah,
yeah,
that's a fact.
but yeah,
That's
you
a
guys better
fact.
buy it if you guys are going and listen to this. But yeah,
Exactly. Yeah, because this is like I said, the vet, the new face.
yeah,
Is this the passing the torch? Like,
yeah,
not saying that Moxley is leaving or he's retiring or any of that, but of him being the guy carrying the company himself.
yeah.
It's kind
Yeah.
of like the. I hate comparing it to like that because it's not at that level right now, but kind of like Rock and Austin.
Yeah,
Like without Austin, you can't make The Rock.
exactly.
Like Shawn Michaels made Austin. Well, Austin was made by like Shawn, Brett, like all those rivalries.
And then like Moxley made MJF is what you're trying to say.
Yeah. Is this
Yeah.
the night where he passes the torch? I'm like, all right, not you're gonna carry it, but we're gonna carry this together.
Yeah,
We're gonna be the guys of
exactly.
AEW.
Exactly. Yeah, I 100% agree.
This is gonna be dope.
What else do you have to
Can't
say
wait.
about this? What else?
I cannot wait for this pay-per-view.
Yeah. Same here. I'm excited for it. I'm excited.
The-
I think we said everything that
yeah,
I wanted to say about it, but
yeah, this is gonna be dope, bro.
it's gonna be dope. And all I'm saying is that it's gonna be exciting. This is gonna be a game changer of a show.
I think the last show I was hyped up for before this was SummerSlam. And
Yeah.
before that was Double or Nothing.
Probably, yeah.
Forbidden Door and then Double or Nothing. So it's been a little bit.
Yeah.
But this show,
I
think
gonna be
it's important, bro. It's
Yeah,
important.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
So
dope.
yeah,
You better order it, man.
y'all better order this pay-per-view.
Because we don't do that what they call it.
Watch alongs.
The stealing the streams. Buy the fucking pay-per-view, man. Support the company.
Yeah, buy it. Yeah, go ahead and buy it, watch it, support it.
Yeah.
Do what you can to watch it. It's gonna be a game changer for sure.
Like my son MJF said in that clip, it's our alternative, man. You
Yeah.
gotta support it.
Exactly. If you don't like WWE, it's fine, but watch AEW. If you don't like AEW, watch WWE. If you don't like either of them, watch independent.
Give everything a chance.
Yeah, give everything a chance. Just go ahead and watch whatever you want to watch. Give it a try. Just support it anyways. Just be a wrestling fan.
Facts.
Be a wrestling fan.
Also, before we head out, I think major players are winning the titles tomorrow, the Impact titles. I know that's random,
completely random,
but they have their pay-per-view tomorrow also.
Yeah.
I think they're winning the titles. I just wanted to put that out there. Also, before we go, any thoughts on Tyrus?
I can give one fuck about that. I can give one fuck. That's
nice. We'll end it there.
Yeah, end it there. I can care less. That's all I can say, really. But yeah, thank you everyone for listening to episode 96 of the Ring Fanatics. We went over an hour and a half. Wow.
We went into detail, man.
Exactly.
We went on tangents.
Exactly.
Say what we would do after
we went
the
full
match.
detail on Full Gear. I'm gonna say that shit right now.
Exactly.
Yeah. Thank y'all for watching this episode. Go subscribe to our YouTube. Follow us on Twitch and every single Instagram social media platform: Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, everywhere we can be found.
Yes, sir.
Give this video a like. Follow us on Spotify and every streaming platform for podcast. I am Nick with my co-host Joel, and we will see you guys next time.
Catch you.